this video, you will learn what is the relationship between electric potential V and electric field intensity E. So let us assume there is some electric field E here, and under the influence of electric field E, we are moving a charge from point A to point B along this given path. So in the previous video, we have seen the expression for potential VAB as we move a charge from point A to point B, that is the work done per unit charge. Now VAB means the potential when I am moving a charge from point A to point B. VBA is the potential when I am moving a charge from point B to A. So if I add these two, A to B plus B to A, I come at the same point. This means actually if I come at the same point, then there is no movement of the charge. Because of this, the potential is zero. Or in other words, the line integral E dot dl around this loop, that is equal to 0. So that is the meaning of this. Along a closed path, line integral E dot dl, it is always equal to 0. So this indicates that no net work is done in moving a charge along a closed path in an electrostatic field. Now applying Stokes theorem to this equation, so this line integral, we can write it in terms of surface integral. So applying Stokes theorem, the line integral E dot dl, that is equal to surface integral the curl of E dot ds, and that is equal to 0 as per this equation. Now here integral curl of E dot ds is equal to 0. Now ds, this is the small differential surface and which is not 0. So ds is not equal to 0. So if ds is not equal to 0, that means to satisfy this equation, del cross E must be 0. So we can say that del cross E, that is the curl of E, is equal to 0. And this is one of the Maxwell equation. Curl of E is equal to 0. So any field satisfying this Maxwell equation is said to be conservative or irrotational. Now when we have seen the definition of curl, we have seen that the curl of any vector, it indicates the rotational effect. So if curl of E is equal to 0, so that means the rotational effect is 0 corresponding to this electric field. Or in other words, the field is irrotational or conservative. So continuing with the same equation. Now this V is equal to minus integral E dot dl. So if I take derivative of both sides, this gives me dV equal to minus E dot dl. E will have three components: Ex, Ax plus Ey, Ay, that is the Y component, plus Z component, Ez, Az. Similarly, dl, it is the differential length. So this will have three components: dx Ax, that is the X component, plus dy Ay, Y component, plus dz Az, that is the Z component. So if I take dot product between E dot dl, so Ax dot Ax, that is 1, so this gives me Ex dx. Then Ay dot Ay is 1, so this gives me product Ey into dy. And the third quantity Az dot Az is 1, so this gives me Ez into dz. So this is the result of this dot product. Or in other words, this is the X component of dV, Y component of dV, and Z component of dV. Now dV we can write as dV by dx into dx plus dV by dy into dy plus dV by dz into dz. comparing these two equations, I can write Ex, this is equal to this, Ey equal to this, and Ez equal to this. So Ex equal to minus dV by dx, Ey equal to minus dV by dy, and Ez equal to minus dV by dz. And this is nothing but gradient of V. If I add all these three components, minus dV by dx minus dV by dy minus dV by dz, this is nothing but gradient of V. So we can say the electric field intensity is nothing but negative gradient of V. So this is the relationship between electric field intensity E and electric potential V. Now based on this, let us see one numerical. In a region of space, the electric potential is V, given by this expression Vxyz, ax square plus bx square plus cx. So the electric potential is given by this equation. Now the values of these constants is given. A is equal to 50 volt per meter cube, B equal to 100 volt per meter square, C equal to minus 400 volt per meter are constants. Find the electric field at the origin. So what is given here is V. Expression for V is given, and we are asked to find out what is the electric field in the given region. So just now we have seen the relationship between E and V. So E is equal to negative gradient of V. So we can make use of this equation and find out E here. So this E, it will have three components. dV by dx, that will be the x component of E. So E, it will have three components. X component is minus dV by dx, minus y component will be minus dV by dy, minus the third z component minus dV by dz. So the first component Ex, that is minus dV by dx, and all these are to be evaluated at origin. So at origin, so that means I will substitute here x equal to 0, y equal to 0, and z equal to 0. So Vxyz, that is given, this is ax y square plus b x square plus cx. So if I take derivative of this with respect to x, this gives me minus ay square plus twice bx plus c. Substituting x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z is not there, so this is minus c. So in the same manner, derivative of v with respect to y, that is minus derivative of this, so this is minus 2a xy, because only first term will exist, second term and third term there is no y, so that's why it is twice a xy. So substituting x equal to 0, y equal to 0, this gives me 0. Similarly, the third one, z component. So in v x y z, whatever expression for v is given, there is no z component here, so that's why the derivative will be 0. Adding these three components, ex plus ey plus ez, this gives me E equal to minus c. Now the value of c is given minus 400 volts per meter. So substituting this negative sign and this negative sign, because c is given as minus 400 volt per meter. So substituting this here, negative sign cancels, and finally the electric field is 400 volt per meter. So this is how we can use the relation between E and V to find out E from the expression of V. So that is the relationship between electric field intensity and the electric potential V.